had a beautiful and great weekend. And happy new month, everybody. Happy new month. Happy new month. Welcome to the month of November. And happy birthday to all November celebrants. Alright, so it's Act of God's Captive into All of the Captives Diary, episode 64, season 5. Written by Precious Chinwe Obialor-Ukazim. So, let's continue from where we stopped. After what felt like an eternity, Nnamdi spoke up. Okay, that's a good plan. After they said they were getting married. He said, sounding casual, and a deafening silence followed again as he fixed his gaze right into Uma's eyes, as though he was expecting to hear more from her. But his response threw her off balance. She didn't know what else to say. It wasn't the reaction they expected. They were not expecting him to accept the plan, at least not so fast. Uma had to look down from keeping eye contact with her father. Her eyes darted nervously towards David and then to her mother, who was quietly sitting down there without saying a word, her mind racing with the sudden silence that followed her father's quick approval of their plan. She had expected resistance, questions, or even a heated debate, but instead, Nnamdi's calm acceptance left her feeling off balance. As she broke eye contact with her father, her gaze drifted towards David, silently pleading for him to step in and fill the awkward silence. David, sensing Uma's unease, caught her eye and offered the reassuring nod before turning his attention to Nnamdi. Yes, Dad, we've thought and prayed about this, and we believe that this is what God would want us to do now. David began, his voice steady and confident. With your approval, we can move forward and make the necessary arrangements. He continued. Omar watched as David seamlessly took the reins, his words flowing smoothly as he outlined the next steps. She couldn't help but feel a sense of relief wash over her, grateful that David had intervened to salvage the situation, but her father's piercing gaze remained fixed on her. Omar could sense his eyes still on her, as if waiting for her to contribute more to the conversation, but she avoided looking his direction. She was content to let David handle the situation, her mind still reeling from the unexpected turn of events. Nnamdi's eyes shifted from Omar and locked onto David. His recall I don't recall, sorry, onto David, his expression unreadable. I don't recall disapproving of your plans to get married. The question is when, he asked, his voice calm but with a hint of expectation, and David took a deep breath, his eyes flicking to Umar before returning to him again. We plan to get married between now and next month. Ooh! David replied, his voice steady but cautious. Hey! Nnamdi's face contorted in surprise as he turned to look at his wife. Chizawu didn't seem to be surprised, and then he burst out laughing, the sound of his laughter booming through the room. Between now and the next month, he choked out, his laughter growing louder. You expect to get married between now and next month? He asked. His laughter was infectious, and David nodded in the affirmative, but Uma's anxiety spiked as she wondered what would come next. His laughter abruptly ceased, replaced by a stern expression that made the room feel heavier. Why exactly do you both want to get married between now and next month? He asked, his voice low and serious as his gaze moved from David to Umar, his eyes searching for answers. His eyes narrowed slightly as he posed the question, his gaze piercing as he looked from Umar to David. Is marriage a joke to both of you? He added, his tone laced with a mixture of disappointment and concern. The room fell silent with only the sound of quiet breathing filling the air. Oma felt her heart sink, sensing her father's disapproval. The question hung in the air, making Uma feel like she was being called to account. Then David, sensing the tension, took a deep breath and cleared his throat, his voice measured as he responded calmly. No, sir, it's not a joke. We just we want to make you and God proud, and we feel this is a more honorable thing to do. David said, his voice shaking a bit as Unamdi's gaze lingered on them, his expression showing disappointment, and this left Umar wondering what he was thinking as he fixed his gaze particularly on her. Still with his eyes locked onto Umar, he asked another question, his voice direct and to the point. Is it because you want to have sex, or is she pregnant? Smart. He asked, looking again from Umar to David, and from him, his stern gaze returned on her. Umar felt a flush rise to her cheeks at her father's blunt question. She was taken aback, but David quickly came to her rescue, responding smoothly, "Oh, no, no. She's not pregnant, and it's not about sex, really. It's for companionship. We want to be together," David said, his words flowing smoothly, and Umar nodded in agreement, her eyes wide with sincerity. Nnamdi turned and looked at his wife again, but she didn't see any trace of surprise in her eyes as they exchanged glances. His gaze returned to them. Sorry. His expression still serious, but Umar could sense a glimmer of curiosity in his eyes. After a moment, he nodded slowly, his eyes narrowing slightly as he seemed to think deeply over what David said. The silence that followed was palpable, and Omar held her breath, waiting for her father's response. After a moment of gazing curiously at them, Onamdi breathed heavily, the sound filling the room. "David," he called, his voice low and serious, as he stood up from his seat, and David responded immediately. "Yes, Dad." He responded, and with his eyes locked onto David's face, his expression unreadable, he said, "Follow me. I want to see you privately." He told him, his tone firm but controlled. Without another word, he started walking away, his long strides eating up the distance as he headed towards a door on the far side of the room. David glanced at Umar, a mixture of uncertainty and concern flickering across his face. Before he nodded slightly and followed him, the sound of their footsteps echoing through the room as they disappeared behind the door. So what want to happen behind the scene? We don't know actually. But man, this man, this one is shaking body. But anyway, what can we do? They have let the cat out of the bag. We don't know what the situation will be. And now, just when we are thinking of a reply, they have gone to the back, behind the scene. By tomorrow, we'll know what happened behind the scene. And we'll know what the conclusion. That's if there will still be a conclusion, if it has not elongated though. That's if there will be a conclusion. So let's just hope. Right. Thank you very much, everybody, and God bless you. And once again, happy new month, everyone. See you guys tomorrow. Have a beautiful and great day. Bye bye.